Good morning. My name is Mark Pillar, and I work for Summit Fire and EMS as a firefighter here in Summit County, Colorado. I'm here today to talk to business owners of Summit County of our fire prevention program and some of the programs we are involved in to promote fire prevention and public safety in our community. As a member of Summit Fire and EMS, I have been hired to protect life and preserve property during a vast array of emergency situations. Summit Fire and EMS has embraced fire prevention using education, enforcement, and engineering. As firefighters, we are focused on fire suppression, EMS, and rescue responsibilities. Summit Fire and EMS also has a division of employees that are focused on fire prevention. Summit Fire's Community Risk Division, or CRD, uses education, enforcement, and engineering to propagate fire prevention and public safety throughout the community. This division is able to educate the public with programs oriented around public safety. These programs include public outreach, a free car seat inspection program, fire extinguisher training, defensive space evaluations, and commercial inspections, to name a few. The Community Risk Division is also actively involved in school programs and fire drills. All of these programs are designed to reduce and mitigate hazards that the public and responders may face. The CRD is also actively involved with the businesses of Summit County. The CRD works with businesses overseeing plan reviews and inspections of all newly constructed and remodeled buildings. The CRD works alongside the Summit County Building Inspection Department. This department has adopted the 2018 International Building Code, which maintains control over fire ratings of materials that may be used in new construction. Summit County's adoption of the International Building Code and Fire Code allow the county to maintain control of the engineering component of fire prevention. All commercial and residential inspections and reviews are based on the International Fire and Building Codes. Failure to obtain a fire permit for any construction and remodeling result in fines and a doubling of permit fees. All newly constructed commercial buildings must adhere to the NFPA standards for fire sprinklers and fire alarm systems. In order to finance the enforcement of the adopted fire code, Summit Fire and EMS has established fees for operational and construction permits. Enforcement entails charging additional fees for reinspection after failed inspections. Also, fees will be incurred for construction or installation that has occurred or been completed without being issued a permit. SFE may also issue stop work orders and orders to comply with fire code. Fees may also be issued for malfunctioning fire alarms that continue to require repeated response by emergency crews. The CRD is responsible for enforcement of the fire code to promote fire prevention in our districts. The response crews are actively involved with inspections of existing commercial buildings. These inspections enable us as line personnel to interact with managers and owners of the buildings. We are able to maintain our familiarity with floor plans, location of utilities, fire department connections, and hazards which may be present in the buildings to which we respond. When doing our inspections, we are looking for fire code and safety violations. All violations are noted, and owners or managers are given an opportunity to correct these problems to keep the building safe for the public and fire department. As working firefighters for Summit Fire, our crews will perform commercial fire inspections. During inspections, we assess access to the building for fire apparatus and make sure that the building is sufficiently addressed for responders. We also ensure that keys for entry and fire alarm panels are working. We check that all exits have required emergency lighting and that exits, aisles, and stairs are clear of any obstructions. We make sure that combustibles are not stored around boilers, furnaces, water heaters, or in mechanical rooms. During inspections, we look for any breaches in fire-resistive construction. We ensure that the correct size and type fire extinguishers are present, accessible, and have been inspected. All fire department connections are inspected to ensure that they are free from obstruction, capped, and operable. Alarm systems are checked to ensure they have been tested and inspected and cleaned. Any extension cords are checked to be sure that they are not being used improperly. During our inspections, any deficiencies to the fire code are noted and discussed with the property manager or owner, and they are given the opportunity to repair or rectify said deficiencies. All deficits are reported to the Community Risk Division. If safety and fire codes are not dealt with, CRD will ensure that any enforcement action is taken. As firefighters, we are given this privilege to serve our community in many capacities. We are expected to respond to emergencies, but we also try to be involved in the education and public outreach programs. We participate in fire alarms along with the CRD and also host an open house at each fire station during Fire Prevention Week. We take every opportunity to engage the public, whether doing touch-a-truck with kids that are walking by or answering any questions that anyone may bring to the firehouse. At every opportunity, we try to pass out and share our knowledge to help protect our community and make them aware of the dangers of fire. Thank you for your time. Please, if you ever have any questions, do not hesitate to ask a firefighter or contact our Community Risk Division.